Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Alida Valli, Biography. Alida Valli, born Baroness Alida Maria Laura Altenburger von Marckenstein-Frauenberg, on May 31, 1921, in Pola, Istria, then part of Italy and now Pula, Croatia, died April 22, 2006, in Rome, Italy, was an acclaimed Italian actress celebrated for her elegance, emotional depth, and versatility across European and Hollywood cinema. Over a career that spanned more than 6 decades, she became one of Italy's most respected and internationally recognized performers. Early life and education. Alida Valli was born into an aristocratic family of Austrian and Italian heritage. Her father was a journalist and professor, and her upbringing was marked by discipline and culture. She showed an early interest in acting and studied at the Centro Sperimentale di Cinematografia in Rome, Italy's national film school. Her noble background and classical education helped shape her graceful screen presence. Early career in Italy. Valli made her film debut in the mid-1930s, quickly gaining recognition for her natural poise and expressive acting. By the early 1940s, she had become one of Italy's most beloved film stars, appearing in films such as Mille Lire al Mese, 1939, Piccolo Mondo Antico, 1941, which brought her critical acclaim and made her a national icon. Her image combined beauty, mystery, and strength, qualities that would define her career in both Italian and international cinema. Hollywood years. In the late 1940s, Valli was brought to Hollywood by producer David O. Selznick, who saw in her the potential to become a major international star. She was presented simply as Valli, much like other single-name stars of the time. Her Hollywood films included The Paradine Case, 1947, directed by Alfred Hitchcock and co-starring Gregory Peck, in which she played a mysterious woman accused of murder. The Third Man, 1949, directed by Carol Reed, where she starred alongside Joseph Cotten and Orson Welles. This British film noir masterpiece remains one of her most iconic performances, immortalizing her in cinematic history. Despite her talent, Valli never felt entirely comfortable in Hollywood's studio system and soon returned to Europe to continue her career on her own terms. Returned to European cinema. Back in Europe, Valli took on a wide variety of roles, working with some of the most important directors of post-war Italian cinema, including Luchino Visconti, Senso, 1954, Michelangelo Antonioni, Il Grido, 1957, Bernardo Bertolucci, 1900-1976. She often played complex, emotionally rich women, elegant but wounded, dignified yet tormented. Her performance in Senso, as a Venetian countess caught in a tragic affair, is considered one of her finest. Later career and stage work. Valli remained active in film and theater throughout her life. She appeared in numerous television and stage productions, earning admiration for her commitment to artistic integrity over commercial fame. In the 1970s and 1980s, she also appeared in genre films such as Suspiria, 1977, directed by Dario Argento, where she portrayed the strict headmistress of a mysterious dance academy. Even in her later years, she continued to command respect and fascination for her enigmatic personality and enduring presence on screen. Personal life. Valli was known for her privacy and rarely discussed her personal affairs. She was married to composer Oscar de Mello, with whom she had 2 sons, but the marriage ended in divorce. Her life was occasionally touched by controversy, but she remained dignified and independent until the end. Death and legacy. Alida Valli passed away quietly at her home in Rome in 2006, aged 84. She was buried in her family's tomb in Rome's Campo Verano cemetery. Her legacy endures as one of the great icons of European cinema, admired for her intelligence, subtlety, and timeless elegance. Directors, actors, and critics continue to celebrate her as a bridge between classic and modern film acting, a performer who could embody both nobility and vulnerability with rare authenticity. Artistic style and screen persona. Alida Valli's screen presence was distinctive and unforgettable. Unlike many of her contemporaries, she did not rely solely on glamour or charm. Instead, she conveyed inner emotion, restraint, and intelligence. Her acting was marked by a deep psychological understanding of her characters. She could be a tragic romantic, as in Senso, torn between love and duty, a mysterious femme fatale, the Paradine case, a modern woman, strong yet disillusioned, Il Grido, or a commanding matriarch, 1900. Her expressive eyes and subtle gestures allowed her to communicate more through silence than words, which made her especially powerful in the era of black and white cinema. Film critics have often compared her emotional precision to Ingrid Bergman and Greta Garbo, though Valli's style remained uniquely Italian, poetic, melancholic, and grounded in realism. The 1950s. Artistic triumphs and controversy. The 1950s were perhaps Valli's richest period artistically. After returning to Europe, she was determined to rebuild her career independently, free from Hollywood's expectations. Her collaboration with Luchino Visconti in Senso, 1954, was a turning point. Playing Countess Livia Serpiri, she portrayed a woman consumed by forbidden passion during the Austrian occupation of Italy. The film was a lush Technicolor historical drama and is now regarded as one of Italian cinema's masterpieces. Valli's performance was widely praised for its emotional depth and tragic beauty. However, her personal life also drew public attention. She was indirectly associated with the Wilma Montesi scandal, a sensational Italian case in the early 1950s involving high society figures. Although Valli herself was not guilty of any wrongdoing, the publicity briefly affected her image in Italy. Nevertheless, she overcame the controversy through her professionalism and sheer talent. 1960s to 1980s. Mature roles and cult status. As she aged, Valli gracefully transitioned into more mature and character-driven roles. Unlike many actresses of her generation, she refused to retire or cling to her youthful image. Instead, she embraced complex parts that revealed new facets of her artistry. She appeared in Eyes Without a Face, Les Yeux Sans Visage, 1960, a haunting French horror classic by Georges Franju, where she played a sinister accomplice in a surgeon's dark experiments. The Possessed, La Donna del Lago, 1965. An atmospheric mystery that showcased her enduring allure. 1976, Bernardo Bertolucci's political epic, where she portrayed Signora Attila, representing the old aristocracy of a changing Italy. Suspiria, 1977, the horror masterpiece by Dario Argento, which introduced her to a new generation of international film fans. By the late 1970s and 1980s, she had become something of a cult figure. Admired by cinephiles for her longevity and for her willingness to take risks with challenging, unconventional roles. Stage and television work. Valli was equally accomplished on stage, where she performed in both classical and contemporary plays. She worked with some of Italy's most prominent theater directors and was admired for her discipline, diction, and emotional control. Her television work in the later decades of her career helped introduce her to younger audiences, reaffirming her versatility. Whether on screen or stage, she commanded respect for her professionalism and her refusal to compromise her artistic integrity. Awards and recognition throughout her career. Alida Valli received numerous honors, including David Di Donatello Award, Italy's top film honor, for Lifetime Achievement, Nastro d'Argento Awards for her performances, Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement at the Venice Film Festival in 1997. Her long career and international success made her one of Italy's few actresses to achieve true global recognition while maintaining her artistic dignity. Personality and legacy. Valli was known for her reserved and introspective nature. She often avoided the spotlight, living a quiet life away from gossip and celebrity culture. Friends and collaborators described her as intelligent, sensitive, and uncompromising. Her aristocratic bearing and natural elegance made her stand out. Yet she always emphasized the importance of truth in acting rather than vanity. In interviews, she once said, "Beauty fades but truth never does. The camera can see the soul if you let it." After her death in 2006, tributes poured in from filmmakers and actors across Europe. She remains celebrated as one of Italy's eternal divas. Alongside Anna Magnani and Sophia Loren, though Valli's allure was always quieter, more enigmatic, and deeply poetic. In retrospect, Alida Valli's career tells the story of a woman who navigated fame, art, and personal independence in a male-dominated industry with rare grace. She conquered Hollywood, enriched Italian cinema, and left behind a filmography that spans every genre, from neorealist drama to gothic horror. Her performances continue to inspire film historians, directors, and actors today, and her legacy endures as one of timeless elegance and emotional honesty. Collaborations with great directors. With Luchino Visconti, The Beauty of Tragedy. Alida Valli's partnership with Luchino Visconti was one of the most significant artistic relationships of her career. In Senso, 1954, she portrayed Countess Livia Serpiri, a woman torn between patriotic duty and a passionate affair with an Austrian officer, played by Farley Granger. Visconti's perfectionism demanded subtle emotional truth from his actors, and Valli delivered a performance of extraordinary intensity and nuance. Her transformation from elegant noblewoman to a broken, desperate lover remains one of Italian cinema's most powerful character arcs. The film's lush visuals, operatic scale, and moral ambiguity made it a landmark in post-war cinema, and cemented Valli's reputation as a symbol of tragic beauty. With Alfred Hitchcock, The Hollywood Experiment. When David O. Selznick brought her to Hollywood in the 1940s, he envisioned her as the next Ingrid Bergman. Hitchcock's The Paradine Case, 1947, was her Hollywood debut. And she was billed simply as Valli, a single name meant to sound exotic and sophisticated. In the film, she played Maddalena Paradine, a mysterious woman accused of murdering her husband. Hitchcock's direction emphasized her enigmatic aura and emotional restraint. While the film received mixed reviews at the time, modern critics have praised her performance for its complexity and quiet magnetism. However, Valli disliked Hollywood's commercial system. She found it too restrictive and artificial. Later, she reflected that she preferred the European approach to filmmaking, more artistic.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.